Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Here's a holiday tip. Visit Stamps.com and avoid all of that holiday nonsense at your post office. Stamps.com lets you buy and print postage for any letter or package with your own computer and printer. For a 30-day free trial and $110 bonus offer, including a digital postal scale and up to $55 in free postage, just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in TMOS.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store. And around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
The holidays are for entertaining, and there's no better way to treat your guests than by serving Marcus Serta's famous maple cheese fingers. Start by raiding your own liquor cabinet, get stinking drunk before you make your way into the kitchen. Then, take Kraft American singles, roll into 1-inch balls, and wrap 10 at a time into a used tube sock. Soak the balls in a mixture of cranberry juice cocktail and Formula 409.
Nah.
After 30 minutes, remove the balls from the socks and roll out into cylinders with a small stick. Sprinkle with panko breadcrumbs and dryer lint and fry in a skillet with bacon grease and regret. The cheese will melt into little fingers, and you'll top the whole skillet with Kraft Baby Marshmallows. Top with a single raw egg, refrigerate for 10 days uncovered until your icebox smells like the breath of 1,000 corpses. Remove the cold breaded fingers, drop into a trash can lid, aluminum only, and serve with chopsticks. Your guests will never stop talking about you, and you'll never be regular again. Another holiday favorite from Kraft.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Boy, it really is
back.
Christmas time, isn't it?
I throw them away. I don't save them.
Oh,
Really?
what about the coffee book?
I don't what?
The coffee book.
The coffee book?
Coffee table book.
Oh,
The
damn
coffee table. Oh, that's right. You know what? All right.
Damn it.
Coffee book.
Rob, we'll save them and we'll put them
That's
in a
what they
book.
call it in Jamaica.
Yeah, did you save it
Coffee
in your
book
computer?
mod.
I didn't save it in my computer.
Okay, Pony, we're going to have this transcribed.
I'm not a saver that
Time
way.
capsule.
I'm not. Hey, welcome back, Oscar.
Thank you. Good to be back, Mon.
From Jamaica. We're going to get to the whole story of Oscar's vacation, and before we do that, though, it's a moment of culture. Because you see, on the Mike O'Mara Show, we are an inch deep and a mile wide. Therefore, we can talk about our own gastrointestinal expulsions and occasionally have a cultural moment or two.
This opening segment has everything.
Now, this is a man who has made amazing progress for the city of Manassas because it is Jim Villani. He joins us now. Jim, thank you.
Hi, guys.
Jim is the
Thanks.
musical director of the Manassas Symphony Orchestra.
So he does not own a tire store.
He does not own a used tire store.
Amazing.
And the thing is, back in the as early as the early 1990s, the Manassas Symphony Orchestra was actually a jug,
Kazoo.
and a kazoo.
Yeah, it was good. Well, I mean, what it was the music of the people.
It was the music of the people. No, seriously, Jim, how long has the Manassas Symphony Orchestra been chugging along?
Well, this is the 21st year. This is my 10th year.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if I go back, I almost stepped on you by saying the 90s.
That's
there,
okay.
you know? So when you came
Before me, there was... Yeah.
before you,
want.
nothing.
It was an ugly era for music.
As Robert De Niro would say before Jim, it was nothing! It was nothing! There wasn't anything! It was nothing! Nothing! Before Villani came in, it was nothing! You didn't have anything! You didn't have violins! You didn't have violas! You didn't have cellos! You were nothing! You were nothing!
What did they have?
That's a new De Niro.
That's good.
Love it.
They had a jug! They had a jug and a kazoo! You were nothing!
That's actually good.
Put the pink Cadillac away. Take it back. Take it back. I've been watching a lot of Goodfellas lately.
I can tell.
You were nothing.
And you know what? That's also a little bit of Pupkin, too.
Yeah. Ma! I'm sorry, Jim. We digressed.
None of this will make it into the real show. Yeah.
The Manassas Symphony Orchestra is having their big concerto coming up. It's the concert's coming up in December. Rob's going to be taking his whole family out
and
there.
my mom, because I got a lot of grief for not taking my mom last year.
Last year, you may remember that Jim was gracious enough to invite me to perform with the Manassas Symphony, and we did the Cajun Three Little Pigs.
Right.
And I performed with the symphony. It was so difficult because you have to hit all the musical cues. And Jim and I are talking about maybe doing something again next year, but we're not talking about that right now because it's time for your annual holiday concert. And tell us all about it. When does it start?
Well, it's on Saturday, December 14th at 3:30 p.m. at the Hilton Performing Arts Center in Manassas. Beautiful hall, if you remember.
And that's Hilton, not with an I. That's Hilton with a Y.
Hilton with a Y.
It's sort of hidden back there. I was surprised to see such a structure in that location. It's gorgeous.
It is. It's on the George Mason campus, and that campus is still in the process of growing.
It's really the hidden gem for performing arts in our town. I mean, I make a lot of jokes about Manassas. We make a lot of jokes at our live show, but that place, when I walked in, and Rob and I both saw it for the first time last year, blew me away. It's a legitimate, completely legitimate concert hall.
And, the acoustics are great. I have a tape of Mike's performance last year. I don't know if we played it.
Oh, I don't know.
But I'd like to.
I didn't know that you had a tape.
Yeah, here's Mike live on stage at the Performing Arts Center.
Little Ethan Annie, she is mine, all mine. Little Ethan Annie.
Yeah, it really isn't Christmas.
Yeah.
Until Mike eefs.
So you've been doing these holiday concerts. Is this your big thing for the year? This is the biggie, right? This is the big concert of the year.
It is a big event for us because this is the chance.
You sound pained, Jim. It sounded like you were pained to tell me.
Well, I think he would like to think that every event is the big
Every
event.
event's
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Concert
sorry.
series.
I see. I thought it just because I was participating last year that it was me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
so it's at the Hilton Center, which is right here in Manassas.
Right.
And this you do a lot of concerts during the year.
Yeah,
correct?
we do 4 concerts a year at
Okay.
the Hilton, and we do one in the summer down at the Harris Pavilion across the street here.
And this is an all-volunteer orchestra, correct?
It is an all-volunteer orchestra.
But they're incredibly talented musicians, and I know you've been doing it for 10 years, and you've managed to, put together a pretty significant group of really talented people.
They really are. They're wonderful to work with. We're all really good friends, and we have a great time. They work really hard. I put them up to do a lot for, they've got jobs and they've got families. And,
Right.
Well, they're clearly passionate about working with you guys.
And it shows. What was so impressive is my kids were a little. They dragged their feet a little bit. They didn't. Dad, because
It's classical music.
Yeah. But when Jim is up there, he has such an enthusiasm, and he really makes it work for the kids.
cool.
And you gotta expose your kids to all kinds of music so
Right.
they can grow up culturally literate. It's a great way to have them dip their toes into seeing a real band perform.
Now, last year when I did the Cajun Three Little Pigs, you did the Three Little Cajun Pigs, I think it was called.
Right, yeah.
And you had an original composition, original music that was that you performed there. And this year is no exception, right? You're doing another original composition?
Yes, every year for the past 8 or so years, we've been commissioning, paying someone to write a new work for us
Right.
for the concert. And they're always based on a children's book or a children's story.
Right.
And this year, the book is called Bluebird.
This is truly an amazing and completely different piece of children's writing. It's not writing. There's not text. It's all done with illustrations, but it is
Kind of like what you used to do book reports on
It's really
when you were a boy.
It's really amazing. Now, Bob, is it Stacky?
It's Bob Stack.
Bob Stack, Staake. The book is called Bluebird, and you're going to be putting that on the screen up
Yes.
behind you, and then
That is
playing the
cool.
music to it. And this is the thing that makes this unique is that this book is not a standard children's book by any stretch of the imagination, both with the lack of the text and also with the content. It's a very I want to say it's kind of almost a spiritual book, but not it's not God. It's very interesting, and I mean I'm fascinated by
The
this
illustrations are really cool. I can't wait to see them on the big screen, especially with the music.
Is
with
the
it.
music going to follow along with
Yes,
the?
yes.
It's going to be. It's very emotional, I would imagine.
Oh,
right?
the music's very emotional. The book's emotional. It deals with tough subjects. It deals with a very lonely little boy who gets bullied in school, makes friends with a bluebird, deals with bullies.
It's so deep. It really is. It's like I was watching this and I'm like, I wanted to burst into tears as I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
And it should be, I would imagine with the music. Are you digging the music for this?
I am. It's very beautiful. And we're really happy. The composer's going to be there.
Right.
And Bob Stack is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's terrific.
And
Mike does a Bob Stack impression. No, it's Robert Stack.
wrong guy, yeah.
Jim Villani was live. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. The Bluebird book was released.
Now, will you be playing any holiday music as well?
We are. We're playing Rob's favorites.
Oh, Sleigh Ride. Yeah.
Sleigh Ride.
The Leroy Anderson. Yeah, it's my favorite.
What do you do the whip crack? Do you have two boards that you go together? Is that how
Actually,
you do it?
yeah. It's they call it a whip, but it's two 2x4s with a hinge,
Right.
And they just.
Let me explain about this for people in the Northern Virginia area that might be available on December 14th. What time's the show start?
3:30.
3:30. It's an
Perfect.
afternoon show, so it's
Perfect.
great to bring the fam out and check it out. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going up to see my dear mom up in Boston, and I tried to score some tickets to the Boston Pops. And let me tell you something. I mean, there's pricing.
They're good, too.
There's pricing out of the market, and then there's pricing out of the market.
How bad was it?
This is. It was insane.
Was it
insane.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I can't afford to take the family. It's that
Wow.
expensive. Yeah. Over $130 a ticket.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
just silly.
And that's not
Yeah.
even with Fiedler.
And if I want, and they have these little things in Boston Symphony Hall where they have the little tables set up.
Yeah.
And if you want those tickets, $328 a ticket.
the table is for your wallet.
Yeah, it's
So
insane.
you put your large wallet on the table.
The thing that makes this great, the thing that makes this concert great, is it's very, very reasonable. It's a terrific. It's a terrific bargain to go out
Yes.
and see some really quality music and get yourself in the holiday spirit. The holidays are coming at us like a freight train this year. I mean,
it's the shortest holiday season in years because of late Thanksgiving.
give us the extra week because it really
We need
does
it,
make a difference. So you're good to go with the 3:30 concert, and it's just a beautiful room to see that. And you've got Sleigh Ride and the Bluebird. What else is on the docket?
We're doing two books that we've done previously. One is called The Red Lemon.
The Red Lemon.
The Red Lemon.
I think I had an. No, I'm not going to say
Easy.
that. I had an experience with that at American University.
Understood. Yeah, it's a category.
It's something we used to do to the incoming freshmen, but I don't want to go into the details of that.
It's a lemon swirly, wasn't it?
That's what it was. It was the lemon swirly. Oh, there we are. So, in what else is coming?
And we're doing a third book called Cowgirl Rosie and Her 5 Baby Bison.
Oh, that sounds cool.
That is hot.
Yeah, you guys dropping some acid over the Manassas?
Dostoevsky.
Now, what is the price point for the tickets? How much?
Well, the adult tickets are $20.
Okay.
All kids to all of our concerts are always free.
See,
Oh,
See,
that
there
is
you go.
cool.
that's where it's. That's
very cool.
where the Spiwax became intrigued.
That's right. I wanted to have more kids. I'm going to reverse the vasectomy just to get a better bargain.
So it's coming up on December 14th,
That's
3:30 in the
Saturday.
afternoon at the Hilton Center. It's really worth your while to go out and enjoy an afternoon of some holiday music and some original compositions. And really, if you're looking for something unique, that Bluebird book, I can't wait to hear what your review is of that because
I can't
Rob's taking the whole family out
Can't
to
wait.
see that. So Jim Villani, we look forward to seeing you out
you,
there.
sir.
Thanks,
Manassas
guys.
Symphony Orchestra. Jim's going to sit in and just enjoy the rest of the show.
We
And,
hope.
we have a show to begin because I have to talk to Mr. Rastafarian about his
That's right.
Jamaica trip. We'll be right back.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Suspect your husband's having an affair? Worried your wife may leave you? Concerned your daughter may have run away with gypsies? Then put your fears to rest with the Butterfield Detective Agency. With my array of disguises, I can blend seamlessly into almost any environment.
Firefighter, holidaymaker, infant, explorer, fitness instructor, American, Christmas man,
And that's not all.
sailor, croupier, Lord Mayor's croupier, pyramid worker, theatrical ghost, Central American, male air hostess,
And that's still not all.
gay man, Australian, tea lady, comedian, office worker,
Carpet salesman.
That's all. So call the Butterfield Detective Agency now. And I promise I will try my absolute hardest to bring your loved ones back to you, dead or alive.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Live from the Pfeifferplex Broadcast Studios, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We're downloaded worldwide over 21 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. The mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa, and we're delighted to have you with us. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2013, and we are brought to you by AC Lens. If the time has come for glasses or contacts, you're in luck, my friend.
Yes, my friend.
Come on!
Before AC Lens, there was nothing.
There was nothing! Before AC Lens, you had nothing! You had nothing! You're in luck because that's now my official dinero.
I love it.
That's the way I will do it forever. Yeah. AC Lens is the place to go. They have all the great brands of eyeglasses and sunglasses, from names like Ray-Ban and Oakley, up-and-coming brands also like Superdry and Zubug. AC Lens is your one-stop shop for all your optical needs. If you compare AC Lens to the box stores or any of the other online sources, you'll find out that they have nothing.
That's true.
Yeah. They have nothing. All purchases have a 365-day guarantee with secure online shopping, and you can also order by phone at 888-248-LENS. That's 888-248-LENS. Right now, get 20% off and free shipping on all glasses, sunglasses, and reading glasses with free returns on everything.
And the opposite of everything?
Is nothing! Go to aclens.com. And enter our code, TMOS20. Now, the 20, we add that on there because you're going to save 20%.
You know what? Sunglasses make a great Christmas gift.
Oh, God, I'd love them.
Of course.
I'd love tons of them. I love sunglasses.
Well, he has them in every room.
I'm a sunglass addict.
He is.
Really? I mean, and when I lose them, I feel like I have nothing.
But then you have everything.
TMOS20, that's the code. Get ready to save. Some exemptions apply. See site for details. Award-winning service with free shipping and fast delivery. Style you can afford and quality you can see.
Of course.
At aclens.com. Well, we had spent a good long time with Mr. Villani in the opening of our segment today. And
the maestro.
We have to get right to Mr. Santana, who is back from Jamaica. And, I know this was a thrown-together trip at the very last minute, and we are glad to have the family back together. How are you, Oscar?
I'm great. Good to be back. I think I did everything I should while I was in Montego Bay, to be exact, as far as Jamaica is concerned.
Of course.
Jamaica. Aruba, oh, I want.
Is that what you want?
Well, yeah.
I hate that song.
I love that song.
I like it because it's from my favorite movie of all time, Cocktail.
Yeah. Great movie.
Where Tom Cruise is an absolute douchiest.
Cocktails and
what
dreams.
Tail?
Cocktail.
I understand. I'm getting
I'd never been to Jamaica, and yes, after
I thought you were from Jamaica.
No, I just never been. I've been to the Caribbean a couple times, but never like
South
this.
America, right? Down there?
Same thing, right?
Yeah,
Rob?
of course.
The initial plan was to go right after Thanksgiving, and I never have left my family during Thanksgiving.
Right.
Which was kind of weird when I dropped the bomb on my family outside of my mother at Thanksgiving dinner.
So
how'd that go?
Your drill normally is you have Thanksgiving dinner with the family.
Yes.
And then after that, you actually go to Jamaica. Now, I hate it when my phone rings.
It's okay.
Nothing makes me more angry. Nothing makes me more angry.
You are so popular.
I see that this is a 703 area code. I'm going to call this number after the show is over.
And you let them know what's what.
And I'm going to yell.
Do you suppose he's calling you from his bar or from his house?
I'm not sure. If that's him, I swear to God.
No, if it doesn't come up as him.
Yeah, you would know. Is it?
So you normally go to Pittsburgh, don't you?
Or Pittsburgh, or when my whole family comes in from Boston and Pittsburgh to the D.C. area, we're stuck on each other like sucker fish,
and
right
then
there.
You will stay, and it's a whole weekend of
Yeah,
festivities.
because family's big for us.
Right.
And we were sitting at dinner, and my sister's planning out the next day because that's what she does. And I said, well, thanks. I just want to say goodbye to everybody right now because if you don't know, now you know. I'm going to Jamaica at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So why did you spring it on them? Why
because I didn't want to deal with the guilt.
And also,
Really?
you didn't keep it a very good secret because you talked about it for 2 weeks on one of the highest-rated podcasts in the world.
That would
so
mean
it
my
wasn't
family-
a great secret.
His family doesn't
They
listen.
don't care what I do.
Okay.
His family doesn't listen.
In
to the show.
retrospect, do you wish you had Laid some groundwork to soften it?
No, that was the blow and go. Like by blow and go, I mean I punched him in the face and then I ran.
Okay,
that's what I did.
All right, before we even get to Jamaica, I have to examine this weird psychological decision on your part. So, as opposed to saying,
my mom knew.
That's all.
That's all that matters.
So, did the rest of the fam kind of go, well, that's a surprise?
Yeah. Well, my sister
Well, go
did
ahead
that because
then.
my sister. She's the kind of the patriarch of the family,
right?
So it's family,
or the
right.
matriarch.
Oh, damn it!
Right.
And then
I don't know. Have you met his sister?
and then my brother, he like kind of mulled it over a little bit, but then he said, you know what? He goes, he never takes vacation. He never goes anywhere. Like this is probably the only time he can go. So he starts jumping on my side. And my sister's like, but the kids had all these things they had planned to do with you. And I said, well,
your sister. Which sister is it? Get names. I want name. Which sister?
There's but one sister. I only have one sister.
Okay, this is
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Yeah.
Beautiful Tatiana.
Yeah. She's
very lovely
sweet,
girl.
Yeah.
And but
known in the family as the guilt dispenser.
Is she the guilt? Is she the bringer of guilt normally?
Yeah, but I had my brother there out of the blue. He came in and he got into. Basically, we jumped her, is what we did. We jumped her at the family dinner, and we said, no, you're not going to do this to us.
Is Tatiana mother of Luca?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And Luca likes Uncle Oscar.
Luca loves. What's the word? It's not what is the word for uncle?
Uncle is Tio.
Tio Oscar.
Tio Oscar.
Tio Oscar is not going to be here.
I slandered to them on dessert, during dessert. We had a great Thanksgiving. I didn't want to ruin
things. You like left between courses.
I want to hear exactly how you did it.
Okay.
So you're sitting there and you're talking.
So everybody's like, we just ate amazing food. My mom's a 10 because she just cooks everything.
Right. And your mom hasn't sprung this
She
on
doesn't spill the beans. You know why? Because she's an ally. Because I'm the closest to home and I do everything for her.
And she knew that this might be an issue?
Yes.
God, you are so bipolar.
Hold on.
This is different. You have a different reaction of your mom based on the day.
Fascinating family dynamic. This is fascinating.
It truly
to me.
is.
So when you first told your mom, how did that go?
I called her and asked her.
You asked her if she would mind.
If it was cool.
Okay, so that's probably a smart play.
Yeah.
And then was the discussion?
She said, "Are you going to be there for Thanksgiving?" I said, "Yes. I'm actually leaving later than everybody else because I want to spend time with the family on Thanksgiving."
And you were planning on leaving Friday?
Yes.
Right. You were going
Friday morning, 6 a.m.
Early Friday morning.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is: during the discussion with your mom, did it come up? Don't say anything to anybody. Did you say that to your mom?
No. I said, I asked her. I actually asked her. I said, "Should I tell everybody now?" She said, "No, just let him ask."
Oh, so your mom was kind of a co-conspirator.
Yeah, because she didn't want to deal with that drama. No one wants to deal with. Why would you want to deal with that drama?
Based on my conversations with your mom, which are very, very brief on this show, I would think.
Same with me.
I would think, you would walk into the kitchen. Everybody had just arrived. Your mom's standing. I picture your mom standing over like this steaming pot. Just. Oscar is going away. Oscar is going away to Jamaica.
Well, I guess what you're missing is that everybody flew in on Thursday, so they got there just for dinner. So there was no time for the cauldron or the throwing under buses.
That, to me, backs you up a little bit.
Yes.
The fact that you weren't going to...
It was perfect.
You're not required to ask permission of your siblings if you want to go to Jamaica on a vacation.
Perfect timing, yes.
Right? Okay,
so,
but you still had to drop it on everybody.
I dropped it on anybody with the left hook, and then the right hook was my brother as he backed me up, because I saw him thinking about it for a little bit, and then he was like, no. He's not going to go anywhere. He doesn't do the things we do. We don't have he doesn't have regular schedules. Can't.
You don't have kids either.
Yeah, and I don't have kids.
So you can go on a vacation.
Did Luca burst into tears?
Luca had left the table by that point, which was great.
Do you have?
And then when I hugged Luca at night before he was going to bed, around 10, I said, "Okay, Luca, I'll see you during Christmas." He's like, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Dad," Tio Oscar's got to go on a business trip.
You lied to the boy.
Yeah.
You are so racked with guilt.
Oh, yeah.
You are so
big business trip.
You are so racked with
Closing
guilt.
a deal.
Full of rum and ganja.
So overall, it was not that big a deal.
No, because my brother diffused the situation.
That's awesome that he did that.
He slid in with we basically knocked her out is what we did. She had eaten what she had eaten, so she was tired already. And She was about to fight. I saw her how a cobra gets ready to strike. So she hisses,
her neck gills went out.
Her gills went out, and I was waiting.
You're very thoughtful.
And
for
then
your family.
boom, my brother grabbed he was a snake wrangler. He grabbed the tail and did whatever they do.
You're very thoughtful.
Yeah,
You're very thoughtful, and that's why you do that. And Shannon came to dinner with you.
Yeah, she was there. She was at 10. everybody was super happy.
And the Thanksgiving was
fun,
uneventful.
A great Thanksgiving. Stayed until 3 a.m. hanging out with my brother and brother-in-law. Everybody was awesome.
Okay, and that's
and you had a 6:00 flight.
Yeah, I figured I could sleep on the plane.
He's
Wow.
like Oscar's. That is where that may be the one area where Oscar and I are almost identical. The night before a flight, it's
Just
usually
trash it.
Well, you hear it. It comes from an inherent fear of death.
Okay.
Probably. I said this could be it.
And you say,
that's it.
This could be the last chance I have to tip a few and have a really good party with my pals.
Oscar wasn't. He already faced death that day. He faced his sister.
It
He was on a hot streak.
It was close.
One would think that that would be it. That you got through the family and it was like, hey, we're off on a great vacation.
Yeah.
But no, because we remember the dynamic of the week before when it was the whole Todd Moore week.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
These
What
are the
better
days
thing
of our
to do?
lives.
Todd Moore, was out of his mind, and we had to walk him in off the ledge.
That's right.
And that's the man who you chose to take a trip with.
Yeah, they're headed to Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Big 40th birthday. That's the big celebration.
The
We're going
40th
for. Yeah,
birthday,
40th
and
birthday.
I know you were looking forward to it. And the only thing I saw online from you during the entire vacation, I talked about this with Rob
Yeah, we
yesterday,
theorized yesterday.
was a bunch of you guys like getting certified in a pool for scuba diving, and then Tomo changed his profile picture to scuba diving like on a reef, it looked like.
Yeah,
So
with the GoPro.
there was some scuba diving. What could possibly go wrong? Let's take a break.
Okay.
We will come back and find out all about Oscar's trip to Jamaica, where there was scuba diving.
Oh, yeah.
And much
Scuba
drinking.
Steve.
Oh, God.
Don't scuba drunk, everybody.
That's right.
We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, we're brought to you by Man Greats. This holiday season, think the Man Great. We talk about them all the time. You'll love them. They're 100% cast iron. They're grates that go on top of your wimpy little grill and give you steakhouse quality grilling right there in your backyard. Men's Health Magazine called Man Greats one of the best grilling accessories that money can buy. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. And you know what? Man Greats are the perfect gift this holiday season for your husband, your dad, even yourself. You deserve the best. So click on the Man Great banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com for their $19.99 holiday special. They've held that price at $19.99
Yes, they
for a
have.
long time.
Made in America, 1999.
Love it.
When you go to the Man Great website or you get the Man Greats through our show, remember Oscar has a hand in every Man Great.
He does.
Yeah.
Just a small
I've
portion
touched
of
and
it.
blessed every one of them.
Remember, each Mike O'Mara Show order comes with a delightful, limited edition TMOS branded grilling brush.
I'm so glad you bring this up because what a lot of people don't realize is while, it's great for cleaning your grill,
Right.
most conductors use what is known as a baton.
Right.
When you go to see the Manassas Symphony Orchestra play,
Yes.
Jim Villani leads the orchestra with a Man Great grill brush.
Thank you, Rob. Again, that's the Man Great Grill Enhancement System. Order today at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and you'll have the juiciest, most delicious holidays ever. Let's get back to Jamaica,
Jamaica,
with Oscar, Santana. So you escaped from the family. You love this music. Smoke a little marijuana.
I really like most music. I hate this kind of music.
Oh, I love it. It's so
God, it's
peaceful.
like when I hear this, I think, you know what? In 6 hours, I'm going to have a horrible hangover.
Do they still sell the T-shirts and the hair braiding and the reefer on the beach in Jamaica?
They sell them on the bus on the way to your resort.
Could you score like a lid if you were going to
jumped
the
on the
resort?
bus.
Oh, look at Mike. He's so hip.
Yeah, well, I don't smoke Mary Jane.
Jumped on the bus, and the gentleman was like, you guys drink? And we're like, yeah, we do. They're like, there's a bar right there. Get a drink, man. And you're like, okay, no big deal.
This is on the bus?
This is right when you get off the airport. Like, when the bus is taking us to the resort, right? And the guy's
Okay,
like...
I want to slow you down.
Okay.
Because I know Jamaica,
Yeah.
and I know the Caribbean, and I know how these games work. So you walk out of the airport.
Yes.
Yes.
Is somebody who you're...
From our resort.
From your resort.
Yes. Said this. Put your bag here. We only took one bag,
Right.
And then the bus to
It
your
was a
resort
dime
will be
bag,
ready
Mike.
in 5 minutes.
And did they point to a bar outside of the airport?
They pointed to a bar. Well, our bus driver pointed to a bar outside of the airport.
So, like, while you're waiting, you
While
can
we're
go
waiting,
get
he's
a
like, hey,
cocktail?
go get a drink. Bring it on
Okay,
board, right?
So there's no, because it wouldn't be like you first walk out of the airport. Hey, man, there's a bar 6 blocks down. Come with me.
It's called the Assault Rifle Inn.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
come
the
on
only
in.
thing Jamaica for me is a lot of Steven Seagal movies. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Or any type of movie like that. I think Savages was placed in Jamaica at one point.
James Bond, that type of stuff.
So I don't know enough about it.
He's so worldly.
And so I just said, no, we're not going to do that. And then
Jamaica, my memory of Jamaica, and this is years ago, is the fact that one of the things I didn't like about Jamaica was that, you go to your resort and they tell you to stay in your resort, and they got the broken glass on top of the wall.
And Lennox.
They're kind of keeping people. They're keeping people out. And it's has it gotten any better? Or is it
no, it's probably the same.
Still crime
Did you have a
infested?
dicey scooter rental once? Was
No,
that Jamaica?
would be Bermuda.
Okay, but isn't that the same? Same island?
No, it was a little different. Of course, that was my bottom. That was my personal bottom.
His holiday personal
that's
bottom.
true. That's true.
That's when the woman left me in Bermuda,
I hope that before
and I drank all night in Hamilton,
Such a
Bermuda.
better story.
I know we have a shortened holiday season, but before we get to the holiday, the high holiday of Christmas, I hope you can tell that story because it is a
you
crowd
should.
pleaser.
Sometime before the holiday.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun to hear.
Yeah,
Well, I know
look forward to
Oscar
that.
and I always enjoy it.
It's great.
Well,
It's a 10.
your joy is my joy.
That's right.
So
we all love joy.
You mentioned before we left that there was tension between Todd and I.
Yes.
A lot of tension.
Yeah, there
tension.
was.
So much tension that I remember the day before Thanksgiving. I said, "Why is this even happening?" Because
Right.
we had left on the air as, "Okay, we'll see you in Jamaica." Like, no, hey, everything's good. No, I love you, man. Nothing like that.
Yeah,
right?
there was. My takeaway from it is that it was a little awkward, and your attitude when we ended it was, "Can you please just give it up?"
Yeah.
I mean, be done with it.
But-
And incidentally, by the way, after Todd's appearance, I should point out that the listeners were on Todd's side,
Mike, as they always are.
especially the ladies. He really hit a home run.
Yeah, he's a sensitive sort.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
That it was so funny because around Wednesday evening, Shannon saw me pacing back and forth because it's like you're in a fight with your best friend, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, why do I care? She goes, just write him for God's sakes, because she's seeing me do this.
Write him?
Yeah, because I wanted to go into Thanksgiving high fives and
Oscar takes out the quill pen.
That's right.
high
Vellum.
fiving. Yeah, my
Where's
seal.
my ink pot?
And I write him, and it's just like it was meant to be. I write him something nice, and I say, "Look, we're both taking guests to Jamaica. Like, this is so silly that we even got into this. We're grown men, for God's sakes. Let's get over this and go back to the douchebaggery and horseassery and the business and fun that we know is our friendship."
As a friend,
Yes.
I would hope that you would do that with everybody.
Yes.
I think that is
Yeah.
that if someone approaches me that way,
Yeah.
I usually situations are usually resolved.
Yes.
It's the lack of communication that we all do. It seems like in this country,
And you second guess, and it stews, and it gets worse.
So
Yeah, and he reciprocated.
Okay, he
and,
responded.
And then on Thanksgiving, we had a lot of like touchy, drunky text back and forth.
Okay.
He wasn't at your family's Thanksgiving.
No. He was already in Jamaica, and
Right.
then when I got there, it was like brother hugs, and we were back to making asses of ourselves, making it all about us, and drinking heavily, and ignoring the women we're with.
Oh, so everybody got along fairly well.
Yes, it got
Sounds
along.
great.
And now, did you have, usually when you go with two other,
So
with
we're
another
back
couple,
together.
you're back together,
Yeah.
things are good.
Yeah.
Good.
Were there other celebrators down in
Yes.
Jamaica?
I imagine it's a heavy vacation weekend down there.
It was, and it was fun because everybody that's there, and this is maybe why you pay so much money for, like, I'll say the resort, sandals, right?
Mm-hmm.
You may pay so much money for that because the people that are all there, like even the people that work there, no one's asking you for tips, no one's doing it. It's just they want you
All
to have
inclusive.
fun.
Yeah.
They want you to have fun.
I will never ever go to a place like that isn't all inclusive anymore because I'm a lot older than both of you guys, and the fact is the travels that I've had, the stress for me is when you go to a place that is open ended. And now people that have more money than Jesus, the 1%ers, can go off to a vacation like that.
Right.
But other than that, part of the deal with the vacation is you get off a plane and that's it.
You don't have to bring anything out.
Gonna just go fun.
I was
So
shocked. I actually
that's why they're more and more
I brought money out
all-inclusive.
because I was like, they say all inclusive, but you know you got to tip. And I remember I tried to tip a guy, and he was like, "No, man, you pay already." I was like, "What?"
So they don't even allow
They
tipping.
don't allow tipping.
That's
Wow.
the way
It
it
was
should
awesome.
be. That's
Wow.
the way it should
So
be.
I also want to thank my wonderful girlfriend because I had one of the best vacations with her.
Oh, so
And-
this was good this
yeah,
time.
and she did something that no woman in my life has ever done is that she wanted,
didn't leave the room crying?
No, she didn't cry.
Did she steal your camera?
No, she didn't steal my camera.
Okay.
She
But-
used your toothbrush between two pillows?
No.
I love that
she
story.
She didn't do that to me. What she did was when the bill for the scuba diving and all the other stuff that wasn't included,
Yeah, the
just
extras.
small things,
Right.
Like massages, all that stuff, she paid for all of it
Really?
because I paid for the trip.
Wow.
And I wasn't expecting that.
And she surprised you with
Surprised me.
That's cool.
Isn't that nice?
That is
So when you get there to these things, they have the beach activities.
Yeah.
Some resorts have golf.
I
but
did
not.
sup boarding. There was no golf on this place.
What's sup boarding?
When you stand up paddleboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Right on that
All
blue
these
water.
activities you and I couldn't
Wouldn't
do.
it have been easier if you just sat in a chair and did what Oscar just did?
Right.
Sort of a locomotive action with your
Give me a
arms?
lot of volume on number 5 here.
Yeah,
So if I did that, it's like, all right, Mr. O'Mara, we want you to get out on the board and then just move your feet to the back. Oh, he's slid off. That is, what is that airborne flying over Montego Bay? That is a projectile of some kind.
The amazing thing, it's really hard to paddleboard when the board is 3 feet underwater.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They have great buoyancy normally.
How you doing out there, Mr. O'Mara? Please, someone rescue me! Help me! Thank you.
I'm up to my chest in water here.
I mean,
I've got nothing.
You know, this board's broken. You tried the windsurf and you've got nothing. Nothing on your windsurfer. You're too fat. The windsurfer won't propel you. It won't propel you. It won't propel you because you're too fat.
So, just a quick sidebar, because I fast-forwarded. It was pretty exciting.
Okay.
Before we get to the scuba
I'm
diving...
enjoying that new De Niro
I am
more than...
too.
Yeah.
Before we get to the
Go
scuba
ahead.
diving... On the bus there, the
Yes.
gentleman asked us if we wanted a drink, and he goes, "Do you smoke? You can smoke in here." So the big...
Marijuana?
Well, this is the thing. Shannon and I look at us like, oh, who smokes cigarettes anymore? I
Yeah,
don't
right,
smoke
nobody
cigarettes.
Right.
So we found out once we got to the resort
Hey,
that
who
guy,
smokes cigarettes anymore?
That's exactly what it
Boy,
was
that's
like.
unlikely. It seems with all the threats of lung cancer that smoking is really not a popular pastime.
That's exactly who we were.
Shannon says, I agree.
And he asked us like 5 times, and I was like, "This guy really loves his cigarettes." Like, I don't know.
Was he
what
trying to
started.
sell you? Because I mean, Jamaica.
Meanwhile, if you had Pony with you, he'd be out of his mind.
The culture of
Unfiltered?
Jamaica is a marijuana-based culture.
And I knew that. But I've also seen Broke Down Palace and all these other
Sure.
places, and
Where
I
they
want to
get
get
locked
arrested.
up,
Yeah.
right.
So we get to the place. They're like, "Hey, did you buy marijuana from your bus driver?" And I'm like, "No, 'Cause
No, I
everybody
didn't.
had.
I
right?
did not score a lid.
Everybody
I
had.
said,
It
keep
wasn't
your
our
dime
thing.
bag.
But it wasn't not Todd, but like all these other groups of people we were with. They're like, they all just were like, "Yeah, he sold us this." Like they just had weed.
All right, hold on. So you get to the resort, and who asks you? So the
Where-
other couples
the other
ask
couples,
you.
yes.
Say, did you buy reefer? So he's selling pot on the bus going to the resort.
Apparently.
Of course, Oscar living in Washington, D.C., this is no big deal.
Wow.
You see this a lot on the metro system.
boom, boom. I'm back. That to me, I mean,
20.
I've traveled to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That he's trying to, because they all, now, I know of, there are salesmen that would walk the beach.
Sure, salesman. Herb Tarlick?
How do I tell this story? There's a story I tell about a coworker of mine.
Yes.
When we were out on a trip, a
Right.
business trip down to Jamaica, and that individual had one individual had approached one of our coworkers, and I guess they'd made somewhat of an arrangement. And then later on in the evening, we were meeting with some higher level executives.
Sure.
And those executives, we were sitting at a table overlooking the little bay that they had there. And this same gentleman came by on his that same board with the stick you have and said, "Hey man, I got your smoke back." Right in front. It was
I'd have
funny.
been like, cigarettes.
It
Why
was.
is he selling cigarettes on the water?
The only thing I can equate this to is when we honeymooned in Cancun, they had dollar beers on the bus, and I thought that was fantastic.
See, Mexico's got a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's not Jamaica, so but selling it on the bus, cool. So a lot of people were getting high.
Well, apparently because again, Todd got that same offer. He's like, "Yeah, I thought it was weird that they wanted to sell cigarettes on the bus. Like we just didn't know, you know."
Have you ever played Compulsion?
Compulsive.
Compulsive? I don't smoke cigarettes. Tobacco's bad for your health.
So was the smell of marijuana wafting
Once
around
in
the
a while, in
resort?
the evenings, really. In the evenings, like I guess people would do it in their rooms or whatever. You would
The
smell on the way to
cocktail
dinner.
Did you now? Let me because if there's prior knowledge of this activity, I will tell you that would immediately mean that someone who had experienced this before,
Yes.
the type of person I'm talking about, the marijuana enthusiast,
Yes.
there would be many more that would come afterward.
Yeah, it would be
Did
almost
you
a
get that
quarterly,
vibe in your resort?
a quarterly
Was this-
vacation.
Was this Casa de Pothead?
No, it was like a European vibe and
Okay.
a Russian vibe.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
and these were all couples and older couples, like fun older couples.
Cool.
They,
All right.
some of them were smoking, some of them weren't.
Can
but it
you
wasn't
estimate?
like the big deal.
You know, you're skewed when you say older. How old? Like,
I
give me an
mean,
age. Like
43.
You could get a couple,
Ouch.
a guy who's like 70 playing volleyball with you, and,
Right.
and he's just on vacation with his wife, or a couple that's getting married. So it's a range like that's getting married. 25. We saw 2 weddings in front of us. People were getting married there.
Nice.
So the range it's everywhere. We played volleyball. At least I played a handful of times, like 5 times,
Mm-hmm.
and the teams were so international and like old, young. Like, but everyone
Was
there
it
to have
beach
fun.
volleyball or was it pool volleyball?
Pool and beach.
Oh, pool volleyball is
Yeah.
the best. Like with the drinks on the side
Pool
and
was
stuff,
at
people getting loaded.
3:30 and beach was at 4:30.
and everybody. So the beach volleyball
Yeah,
tournament,
you would
much
scurry.
drunker.
Oh yeah. Some guy, this guy from New York. Oh my goodness, I had to tell him to settle down. Like he was so obnoxious.
Okay, we'll
He
take a
was
break.
calling an Indian guy, "Hey 7-Eleven, hit the ball better." I was like,
Oh,
"Whoa,
boy.
I thought they were partying."
We'll come back and talk about the hottie factor at the resort with Oscar Santana on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Taking the easy way out.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Vistaprint, we talk about it all the time, and we are so excited about our holiday cards. Rob and I got ours done, and we both had them done at
Johnny
Vistaprint.
Midnight using Vistaprint as well.
Way
this
to
year.
go, Johnny.
Attaboy.
Is it a mirthless, hateful card?
No, it's as usual. It's his boy on Santa's lap. It's going to be as cute as ever.
Wonderful. I'm a believer in holiday cards from Vistaprint. You can be as creative as you want this holiday season. It's easy to do. Vistaprint lets you create your own custom holiday cards, totally unique and totally you. And now they're on sale. Rob got the sale price.
Love it.
I was an early birdie. I didn't wait long enough. And
well, you
now
know what? You are an impatient boy.
take advantage of this. Go to Vistaprint.com. Use our TMOS code. And this is a phenomenal deal. Get 50% off your holiday cards with free shipping. But don't wait. This offer won't last. Not only are these the best prices you can get on holiday cards, period.
Well, they're the best cards.
They're completely customized. You
Yeah.
can do them any way you want. There's no better deal for these totally custom holiday cards. You can even get custom mailing envelopes and return address labels with other features that will make your holiday cards completely unique. Remember, that's 50% off your custom holiday cards. Free shipping also included at Vistaprint.com. And as I said before, we would love you to send along all of your cards to us. We'd love to get your holiday cards. Send them to TMOS, P.O. Box 3, Manassas, Virginia, 20108. We'd love to get one from you. We'll put them up on the wall in here.
Like that.
Now back to Oscar Santana. The operative question here. You mentioned there's some older couples there, but any resort, I'm always kind of curious. There's a lot of pool time
Yes.
where you relax by the water.
Mike and his mirrored sunglasses.
That's well, it depends. In some cases, I will wear those mirrored sunglasses.
Of course.
In some cases, I will sit up in the room.
Telescope. Can we get a telescope to 3205, please?
I do remember Mandalay Bay during a particularly warm spat that we had out there, and
You made a little warm spat yourself.
little topless pool. But anyway, how was the hottie factor at the,
Oh,
at the
God.
resort? Because this is not
This is
hedonism,
tough.
but it's like one step above.
Yeah, so hedonism is where all the swinger couples go, right?
Right.
Where we went,
And that's where Todd was staying.
and where we went, it was where the happy couples were, and as far as the women were concerned, I think everybody that was there was married or in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
So they weren't given there wasn't one woman. You know how there's certain women that really need a lot of attention.
Sure.
Yeah, and
So-
they're obnoxious and get super sloppy drunk, and then
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
comes off in the pool.
Yeah.
Hi,
there-
everybody.
There
I-
was
I
none,
hate
there
those
was,
women.
There was none of that.
Oh, really?
You know, there was a lot of. Oh, and this is the weird part about it. That there was a lot of women that could have been hot,
Right,
right? They could have been.
right.
And because we were lucky, Todd and I, we date very beautiful women. We're
Very
lucky
pretty
to do that,
ladies,
yeah.
yes.
So we had the prettiest
Marissa
ladies there.
and Shannon, very beautiful.
Well,
women.
mostly Todd that's just a friend of his.
That's right.
Stop it. So then,
Fiance.
Well, that's what he said.
and then as I'm moving forward, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, that woman, because as a man, you look right.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Part of the fun.
You sit there and you're like, do you at one point maybe senior year in college for this girl? She was probably hot, right?
Yeah. And the
then-
deer dim
yeah.
passed.
And then she probably got married, and she said, "I'm just going to stop going to the gym." Like there was and then she bounced back for the trip.
Now your standards,
but not enough.
I should point out that your standards are remarkably high.
They are.
Yeah,
they're remarkably
high. Because I have
high.
a problem.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's like carry their own bucket, all that crap.
Well, no, I don't want. I don't.
And your
who
friend
wants eating
Todd
disorders?
Moore.
I didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
another
you
thing.
are getting more mature.
But that's another thing with age. You will notice that the standards are a little different. What's acceptable is, and we all still look.
Of course.
Incidentally, we'll look till we're dead.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. That's
Maybe
what all men
sometimes
do.
even after that.
So your standard, they weren't meeting your emaciated, like bulimic standards.
No, there weren't any women with daddy issues there. But they were healthy.
They were at the
people,
resort
fun
up the
people,
street. Yeah.
Fun people,
Were there
fun,
any,
healthy
Were
people.
there any women with tattoos?
No.
Really?
This is like, I'm telling you, this is
European.
It was like a Jewish
the
cemetery.
antithesis of what you think a sexy vacation would be like.
Okay.
The sexy was I've scuba dived for the first time in my life.
Okay.
And I didn't die, which is always great.
You got certified in the pool?
I got certified in the pool, then went into the ocean, one atmosphere, no more than 33 feet.
Were you the guy that didn't have his mask working? when you were in the-
This is the thing. Breathing underwater is not natural. We're not supposed to do that.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough.
And when you're down there, because I had a brief freak out moment where I got water
in the pool.
No, in the ocean.
Oh, in the ocean.
Yeah, in the ocean.
I'd never do
We're
it.
we're 30,
Down the ocean.
We're
I'd never
32
do it.
feet down. Exactly.
Yeah.
And some water got into my mouth. Somehow, like the seal that I had around the mask, it happened. But you have to clear your mask.
Right.
Clearing your thank you. Thank you. So you have to clear your mask a certain way in order to kind of get through it. But
Right. So it's kind of like blowing out a farmer's knot.
I started swallowing. I started swallowing
Exactly.
water and coughing into my regulator.
How deep were you?
We were 33 feet under the water.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you can't shoot up because then you'll
The bends.
Yes, you can't shoot up, and they give you all these signals to tell you that are you okay?
Voice to the bottom of the sea.
I've got to go with a different direction.
Time to go up, like all these signs. But when you're on the brink of death, you don't remember the signs that the guy told you with a thick accent in the pool.
Now I thought you got a sealed mask over yourself.
No.
How did you breathe water into that thing?
Because if you don't have your lips completely around this type of mask,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
oh, you're curtains.
Yeah, because he was certified by Lackluster Scuba Incorporated.
Yeah,
So
man.
I
It's okay, man. You got enough oxygen.
It's
Want to
fine.
buy some weed?
Yeah. You want to buy a mask? You want to buy another tank of air, man.
So, did you think you were going to drown?
I thought, and there's another pressure to you that you don't want to be the guy that messes it up for everybody else, because if one guy goes up, everybody goes up.
you all have to go
Dive's
up?
over, basically.
So, you suck a little water
Yeah.
into your
Yeah.
regulator.
So at this point, I said, how do I go up as slow as possible without killing myself, right? And then I said, well, then you start being like, okay, stop freaking out. Like, stop. I know you're swallowing water into your lungs right now, but stop freaking out.
Stop.
And you're choking?
And don't
Yeah,
swim
I am
in.
choking. I am choking.
Do
at
not
31 feet underwater.
Do not swim into the light.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, okay, stop freaking out, stop freaking out. Like, and I'm like, so then when you have water and you're basically breathing it into your lungs.
Yeah.
You have to fight the urge to start coughing violently.
Because that'll wreck
And
everything.
that is so painful. So painful. So I stick the mask back in, I blow it out, because there's a little button that pushes all the air
They
out.
teach you how to
They
get
teach
rid
you
of
how
that
to
water.
do that. They teach you how to do it.
Okay.
But there's still water in my lungs I want to cough up, right?
Right.
And I said, and then I
Can
just,
you cough it up when you're... I guess you can't cough it up
no,
when you're in the
that's the
mask
mind
on.
F, yes.
Because you want to take the regulator and go... but
Yeah.
if you do that, you have to breathe
The
in.
ocean's in front of you.
Yeah, and
You're
not just
surrounded by ocean.
and not just a little bit of ocean. It's not like your face is under 31 feet. There's a lot of pressure.
Did you blow off the instructors as far as
No.
not pay attention to what they were telling you to do?
I thought I was going to be the guy to save someone's life, so I was figuring everything out.
Yeah, that's you all over.
So, and Shannon's like, la-di-da, having a great time. Todd's a certified open water. He can go in the, dive in the ocean.
Oh,
like
so
deep
he's already
ocean.
been certified?
He's been certified.
Of course he
Todd
has.
can walk on water.
Of course Todd has been certified.
His girl is doing great. I'm hoping I have enough oxygen at the end of this excursion, because I'm breathing like a panicked man.
This is the first time you ever scuba dived? Ever in your life?
Ever.
And so you started to go up?
Started to go up. with
Thinking I have to
with
get to the
it's,
surface.
It's curtains. I thought it was curtains, because you can black out as well if you
But
don't start
30
breathing.
feet, you can get up there pretty quick.
Yeah, but
right?
again, you're worried about vertigo or anything like that, you
Right.
know? And
He's going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He's now 75 feet underwater, and he's
And-
discovered treasure.
It was a cloudy day, so you don't really know what I can tell how people don't know what up or down is sometimes because you don't see the surface.
And as you know, Mike, fat is buoyant, and he has not a trace of it on his body. So he sinks like a stone.
At a certain point, they talk about the actual gravity will pull you down, right? But that's when you're doing
but we had
super
weights on.
surface
They
diving.
taught us how to release the weights if we had to raise up. Or
So
go up.
how long was your total moment of freaking out?
I would say
Panic
15
of it?
seconds.
Really?
And
But it
then
seemed like an eternity.
It seemed like forever. And when the instructor looked back and he saw me just like paused in like probably sheer terror.
Floating.
Yeah, I said, I just like
Floating, going.
It was like the gut check of like, what do I say? How do I do this?
Right.
And the only thing that came up was like, and I said, don't ruin this for anybody. So I just swallowed whatever water was there and started breathing, and I got it. And he looked at me with the okay, mom, give me the okay sign, right? He looks at me and I'm like a fighter that just got knocked down, right?
And did you know did you know at that point, even though you were underwater, did you know not to make the same mistake twice?
Yes.
You knew how to finish the dive. How long was the total dive?
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yes.
So that's safe. It's
yeah,
safe.
but my mistake was this. The seal came off because I got really comfortable and cocky, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just spin around like a dolphin and
why?
hang out."
How did you spit the bit? How did that come dislodged? Aren't you supposed to like put that thing in your mouth and just keep it sealed?
You do, and I think at one point because I was doing shtick, this is the performer in me.
Oh,
for
you were like
Shannon.
showing off for Shannon.
No, for Shannon, I was like giving her the smile, like the big grin, like ass-eating smile.
Like
and that's when the water
And
came
when
in.
you smile, the mask, like really, you can't smile and not get water in your mouth.
Let me see if I can duplicate the sound.
You idiot.
Let me see if I can.
Exactly.
This is the way that would probably sound, you know. All right, and it's just like it's beautiful. They're floating around the reef. Everything's going well.
Never been quieter.
Shannon gets a little closer to Oscar. Shannon smiles at Oscar. Oscar decides to give Shannon his little, child grin that he gives everybody. So Oscar goes.
That's exactly what happened.
God.
It was the most painful smile I've ever had in my life.
So it's painful to actually not choke, right?
Yeah, it's like when you've been in a pool and you've gotten water up your nose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
But worse, 'cause it's salt
much
water,
worse.
yeah.
Much worse.
Did you see any underwater sea creatures?
Yeah, we saw a stingray. It was beautiful. It's
Don't
absolutely
do a
beautiful.
Steve Irwin on that one.
No.
You got to be careful with
But
that.
but again, I would do it again, but I wouldn't. I'd have to dive more than like just a shallow water before I went that deep.
So the scuba diving was the high. I mean, he can dive anywhere
Up to 60 feet.
Oh, he's
above
Jacques,
60 feet.
So he's like Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Had he been on
He's
a
been
dive
diving-
anytime?
He's 40 now, so he's been diving since he was 15. He got certified when he was 15.
So it's like
Really?
Yeah.
So it's his thing to do.
Yeah, I think his family went out and they all got certified.
So he
when
can
they were
just
young.
blow off the class.
He didn't have to. He was just hanging out. Every time we'd be in class, he'd be like, "Hey guys, see you later."
Can
So-
you? Did you see any barracuda?
I didn't see any barracuda.
Any sharks?
No sharks.
No sharks at
No
all.
sharks,
What
yeah.
kind of fish? Besides the stingrays.
Just the fish that you would see in a saltwater. I don't know enough about them. Like lionfish, like just beautiful fish.
That's cool. I mean, if you're going to go on a vacation
Very
like that,
cool.
you want
Never
to do
done
the
that in my
activities.
life
I think
before.
that's cool.
Like the flowers and the seaweed and stuff, or did you not get low enough to see like any vegetation?
We were down there. We were
low.
at the because there's different reefs, so we
Right.
were down at that first atmosphere reef.
I'm seeing Pony. Pony's putting the picture up for today's show. It's a guy with the diving
There he is.
mask on there.
Yeah.
So
That's
when
the
you,
15-year-old Todd Moore.
when you surface after you've been down at 30 feet for a half an hour,
Yes.
is there any kind of
Slow up.
You
Yeah,
have to
gotta
go slow
very
up?
slow up.
So you went deep.
Yeah. Yeah, when we even went down, we had to go slow down. It's creepy once you go down those ropes, because the way that it's almost like wearing a football helmet, especially when you first are diving, because you don't look around, you kind of don't have any peripherals, right?
Right.
Until you start going down that rope, and you're like, oh, this might not have been a good idea.
You get
like,
scared.
why am I doing this? Like,
Well,
I have nothing to prove. I'm 35, for
If you
God's
think about
sake.
it, if
Like, I want to see 36.
So if you're at the deep end of a pool and call it 8 feet, and if you ever like work yourself down to like the bottom of an 8-foot pool, you can feel the pressure of 8 feet of water.
Yeah,
You
it's a
have
lot
to-
of feel it in
but
your
this
nose.
is
You have to
this is
blow out your ears the entire time.
this is 4 times that.
Right.
And I have to imagine it's almost an exponential amount of pressure. So,
So-
yeah, I can see you being flipped out.
So you're freaked out going down there to start
Yeah.
with, and then when you get down there, you have your little mishap, and
Yes.
I'd go out of my mind. Would you do it again?
I would do it again, but
You didn't totally dig it, though.
I didn't. What I dug was the idea of being down there, and I'd seen it for what the 35 years I've been watching TV, seeing people do this.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
we've all seen it. It looks beautiful. Kind of looks intriguing, but I've always been utterly freaked out.
Well, you
by it.
love.
I would have no desire to do it.
You love Lloyd Bridges.
So the sign for
I'm a big fan of Voyage
the whole
to the Bottom
time
of the Sea.
I'm watching him.
Sea hunt.
The sign for shark is this underwater.
No, that's a safety.
No, this is the sign for shark.
No, that's we're going to go back to the temple and pray.
No, that's the sign. So the whole time I'm looking, I'm watching the instructor. I'm waiting for him to bust out the shark side,
right?
Because we had I would say 15 feet visibility, right? And
I'm just looking. I can't. I'm looking at the pictures Pony keeps bringing up. It's
of a
too
guy
funny.
drowning. So the funny part was this:
were you thinking about sharks when you were down there?
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Was a weird part of you hoping?
No. I don't want to die.
Does the instructor say anything about sharks?
He says that we probably won't see one, but if we see one, this is the sign. He told us the sign. Like,
Yeah,
he
especially
needed to tell us.
incidentally with the recent thing about that fisherman that was killed off of Maui.
Yeah.
That's the big story online today.
Yeah.
And incidentally, look, I feel terrible for the guy and somebody get hit. But if you're in shark-infested waters and you're fishing out of a kayak, I mean, Jesus, be careful.
Yeah, and you also don't. Again, you don't know what you're going to see them. That's the beauty of it. I think adventure-wise.
I always knew that a kayak resembles a seal at the top of the water, so that's why these guys get in trouble.
They were prepared to see a shark, but Mr. De Niro, they saw nothing.
Nothing! We went down to see the sea life and nothing!
So there is a joke that Todd told us before, and he goes, last time I went diving, the instructor said, or the guide said that if you see a shark, really, don't worry about the sign. Just stab your friend and swim.
So the blood will attract the shark, and you'll be able to make a totally clean getaway. Yeah. So how was the rest of the trip? Everything cool?
The trip was great. There was amazing food that I think you guys will enjoy. This went to a French restaurant.
Well, certainly not you.
Restaurant.
Hey, look at this. It's butter and bread.
Hey,
boy,
excellent.
I wish Rob and Mike were here.
That's right. I'll just have the lettuce leaf.
There we go.
I'll do anything for food.
There they go. Wish they were here. Hey, they wouldn't like the scuba diving, but hey, take a look at those sweet rolls.
Hey, you know what? Mike and Rob were here. They'd eat their tank.
Great activity. They had top shelf liquor.
You and I would be back eating like candy bars back by the pool going, how's the scuba diving? Waiter, can I get another strawberry daiquiri?
Todd had a butler she was a 10.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess if you get this butler service, which we didn't get, we were actually I got the cheapest room in the place.
So did Todd stay at like a better room?
Oh, clearly, yeah.
So he stayed. That's not very.
We
nice.
hung out at his room. It was awesome.
But I mean, so you got many of the benefits.
Oh, we got all the benefits.
And then you had a crash pad.
Did he stay at the top of the line room?
Yeah, but he gave us his Wi-Fi. He gave us like all the liquor in there. Like it was just awesome.
And he had a female butler.
Yes.
Really? Was she Jamaican?
Yes. Ooh. So the way we would be
brown sugar. How come you dance so good?
We would be like on the other
Mike,
side
she did
of the resort.
Everything.
Everything.
And maybe we needed a couple drinks before.
Who was the celebrity the butler most resembled?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Maybe Naomi Campbell?
No, Serena Williams.
Really?
Yeah, she could actually be a bodyguard as well, I imagine.
Really? So she was very strong?
Oh, yeah. And you didn't want to mess with her.
Ooh.
So
Or did you?
They gave Todd like a phone.
I've gotten stuck in the bath.
I have salt water in my lungs.
Help me.
Hello, my friend's butler.
Right.
I'm not feeling well.
They gave Todd a phone, so at any time he wanted something, if he didn't, and he didn't take advantage. She's actually really nice about it.
Right.
If he wanted something, he would call, and then boom, it would be there.
And was she wearing like a butler outfit?
Oh yeah, white gloves and everything.
Really?
Wow. I was like, I guess this is how you do vacation.
That would be cool for me.
And I hung out there.
We have to invent it.
So how would you rate the trip?
I would give it a 5 out of 5.
A 5. Oscar's trip
Thank
to
you.
Jamaica.
Thank you for the day off, fellas.
Nothing really disastrous happened, but I thought it was a
near
very
death is
interesting
pretty
story.
great. Near death is pretty
Near death
good.
always works for me.
Yeah.
Now, question: when you're down there, is it a relaxed atmosphere?
Yes,
overall,
it's very
In
relaxed.
Jamaica?
Well, I'm just asking.
No,
because,
it's tense, Rob.
Well, because at home, Mike, it's very tense. You know what with the? It is. I mean, we only have 22 days.
Oh, dear.
22 days for Christmas shopping.
Hi there.
22 days to fill
Hello
the
there.
stocking.
He's coming.
22 days
All right,
for
come on.
Christmas
This is the
shopping.
butler.
smoker.
This is actually the butler.
Only got 22.
Hi there.
Hi. Did you hear what the man said?
Yeah.
Only 22 shopping days till Christmas.
It's very tense.
Hi, do you hear what he said? Before we go to break, I do want to mention a commercial that I saw at some point on the Thanksgiving
you've been teasing
weekend.
this.
And it blew me away. I could not believe this. A commercial that made my jaw drop. I didn't know if anyone else has seen this. I know it was late at night. I had some weird hours on the holiday.
What is it? Oh, yeah. I
It was
saw you were up like so
Titan
late.
bomb shelters.
Oh,
What
I've
is
never
it?
seen
They
it.
actually have you
Apparently,
seen it, Jim?
Jim has.
Jim
I've seen
Villani
it,
has
yes.
seen it.
I have.
It's a commercial for Titan bomb shelter.
You mean like a Mr. Cunningham bomb shelter?
Like a bomb shelter they put in your backyard, and they actually
you can eat.
And they said they can actually put it in your backyard, and isn't the installation like, and it can be installed in one day?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what are the Rogers? What's the Rogers family doing, Dad?
Subterranean survival shelters.
They put in
You're
bomb
kidding. It's not
shelter.
1950 anymore.
And they had a regular commercial like, oh, by the way, this Thanksgiving holiday, if you're wondering about the safety of your family, how about putting in a bomb shelter in your backyard? Won't that be fun? There
you
it
go,
is.
Rob.
Oh my God! So it's
Enjoy
like
it.
it is like a pre.
It's like an oil tank.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a pre-constructed thing. What do they raise your backyard, drop it in the ground? I guess
They have electric that goes to it. You have electricity that
it
is
has
attached to it.
a butler.
It's got a butler,
Wi-Fi.
It's got a Jamaican butler that's there at the same time,
And a symphony.
It's Titan bomb shelters, and they had a regular commercial, like it was matter of fact. Oh, by the way, after you're enjoying your turkey, incidentally, you want to put that bomb shelter in the back of your yard.
Would be a cool clubhouse for kids, though.
They do.
Right?
Read the features
Oh, really?
on this. This is
Let me pull it
amazing.
up.
Oh, I would never put my kids in a bomb shelter as a clubhouse. How horrifying!
It's funny. It's really hysterical.
It's the tree house that's underground.
You can eat.
They're serving just the United States. They don't sell them internationally.
Right.
And then why Titan Shelter? So I'll read that to you. All right.
This is great.
What makes the Titan Shelter unique in its low cost of our shelters and still? I can't read this. You do this.
All right,
I'm
here
going to
we go.
ruin it for you.
All right, the
You
Titan
started
bomb.
out so well.
Yeah.
What makes Titan shelters unique in the low cost of our shelters and still serve as stable and reliable form of survival preparation. What terrible writing.
Oh, thank God.
Amazing that a prepper, Mike, did not excel in English.
Let me try it again. What makes Titan shelters unique is the low cost of our shelters and still serve as a stable and reliable form of survival preparation. Nice sentence structure, ass.
Well, you know what they did? They measured twice and cut once.
Our shelters start as low as $19,000.
Oh,
that's an expensive piece of pipe.
And can be sold for $129 a month. We offer methods of financing for shelters, and this has it's been written by like a foreigner.
And you know what? Really, that's not good advertising, because if they really think we need a bomb shelter, they shouldn't be offering finance plans. Because in 5 or 10 months, they're not going to get their money anymore.
Oh, no.
Once they blow up the big one.
So that's it. The shelters. I
Yeah.
thought that was fascinating.
So Oscar and I will go in halvesies on yours.
Yeah, we're going to get it put in tomorrow. Thanks. We'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the program is brought to you by Stamps.com.
Yes.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, also the busiest. You do not have time to mess around with the post office, so do what we do. Use Stamps.com instead. Stamps.com is the quick and easy way to get postage on demand for your business. It lets you buy and print postage for any letter or package with your own computer and printer. It's that easy.
Before this, there was nothing.
There was nothing. Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale that plugs right into your computer. That's my favorite part.
I love it.
It'll calculate official U.S. postage for any class of mail, print the postage you need the instant you need it, then the mailman picks it up. Easy, convenient, and no antiquated post office. Be like us. We use Stamps.com for all our TMOS merchandise and mail, and we love it. And it even gets better for our listeners. Check this out. A 30-day free, no-risk trial and $110 bonus offer, including a digital scale and up to $55 in free postage. And all you got to do is go to Stamps.com and click on the microphone and use our code TMOS, which Rob always says is the best code ever.
It's a great code.
It's the best code ever.
No, like the agency said that.
Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com, and before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in TMOS.
One quick aside, we will be using Stamps.com when we do the 12 Days of Fruitcakes announcement tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah.
Fruitcake fans, that's Stamps.com, enter TMOS, and then relax, because Stamps.com makes it easy.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need, a comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
Counselors are helping people use the federal government's online health exchange, and they're giving mixed reviews to the updated site, with some zipping through the application process, while others are facing the same old sputters and even crashes.
Wow.
The Obama administration has promised a vastly improved shopping experience on healthcare.gov by the end of November. That's what their promise was. And today is the first, yesterday was the first business day since the date passed. Brokers and online assisters in Utah say, I don't know why they used Utah for this story, but that's what they did.
Well, lots of office space cheap.
They say 3 of every 4 people successfully signed up for health care coverage on the online service within an hour of logging in. A state official overseeing North Dakota's navigators. Why are they? Is this?
Do they have computers there?
Are we being scammed? Is that why we're going to this? The states with 3 people each.
Low population.
A state official overseeing North Dakota's navigators said he had noticed improvements in the site, as did organizations helping people sign up in parts of Alabama and Wisconsin.
How's it playing in Guam
and Vermont?
Exactly.
And everywhere. We'll see what happens. I think by the end of the week we should have a better idea as to how it's doing, and I'm rooting for it to do well. Why not?
Conan made me laugh last night. He said that the new Disney movie about the Obama website is called Frozen.
There it is. Very good. I remember that old guy that was picked up in North Korea?
Yeah.
Well, 6 decades before he went to North Korea as a curious tourist, Merrill Newman, that's the guy's name, he supervised a group of South Korean guerrillas during the Korean War who were perhaps the most hated and feared fighters in the North, former members of the group say. Some of those guerrillas interviewed this week by the Associated Press remember Newman. They describe him as an American lieutenant who got them clothes and supplies, but largely left the fighting to them.
Hello, Newman.
North Korea apparently remembered him, too. God.
Wow, that's a reputation that precedes you when an entire nation remembers you.
I'm only thinking either the paranoia of North Korea or how hated this group might have been, where they actually remember the American officer. That's why they're detaining the guy.
Yikes.
The 85-year-old war veteran has been detained in Pyongyang since being forced off a plane set to leave the country on October 26th. He appeared this weekend on North Korean state TV apologizing for alleged wartime crimes, and it was widely seen as a coerced statement. So it kind of gets more interesting now that it's justified to detain an 85-year-old.
Yeah, it's scary that he's that old. I mean, I have to imagine there's more to it, though.
A measure of U.S. home prices rose only modestly in October, adding to signs that prices have stabilized after big gains earlier this year. Real estate data provider CoreLogic said Tuesday that prices increased 0.2% in October from September. That's up from a 0.1 gain in September, but it's down sharply from a 0.9% increase in August.
Is this in North Dakota?
Yeah, in Wisconsin and Vermont. And so they're saying it might be because of the winter season that the prices slow down, but keep an eye on that, and we'll see what's happening. While the neighborhood where the Fast and Furious star Paul Walker died in a fiery crash is known to attract street racers, law enforcement officials do not believe the Porsche he and a friend were riding in had been racing another car. Accident investigators have received eyewitness statements that the car involved was traveling alone at a high rate of speed. There was actually some video that I saw earlier today. The L.A. County Sheriff's Department said that in a statement Monday. No eyewitness has contacted the department to say there was a second vehicle.
May I add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was a massive fan.
It's your wheelhouse.
And you guys would always tease me about the movies,
Right.
but I was a massive fan of Paul Walker and his movie, the movies he was in. It just, I guess my generation, whether you're into cars or not, it was just fun to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when this broke, it was kind of like, this has to be a lie, because in a weird way, a lot of these actors that pass, and even like when when it's an overdose or something like that, you don't ever really think about it.
Right.
But it's when it's just so quick and tragic like this.
Yeah, and it also kind of mirrors his acting world.
Yes, it just was. It was a gut shot, especially when you just want to have fun. This guy seemed like a really nice guy, and everything he did. He was leaving a charity event, getting toys together for the hurricane victims. And then I saw Rob's post.
Any comments for your friend?
I was so hammered when this news broke that I was going to defriend you, because Rob wrote something heinous.
About Vin Diesel and a nanny.
Yeah. But it wasn't about your guy. It was about the Facebook community reacting to the guy.
Yeah, you know what's making it worse?
What?
You've been in media how long? How long have you been in media? How long have we scrutinized people that make a screw up and then make it 10 times worse by trying to defend themselves?
Maybe I had a drink.
There it is. Thank you very much. I'm sorry your guy.
Thank you for not defriending me, because I know that truly change the way you act on social media if you and I were not connected.
I was so mad.
French authorities have filed preliminary charges against Bob Dylan over a 2012 interview in which he is quoted comparing Croatians to Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan.
Wow, that's a sentence you don't hear very often about the French pursuing Bob Dylan.
Hey, the Croatians, hey, many. The charges of public insult and inciting hate were filed against the musician in mid-November. Paris prosecutor's office spokeswoman Agnes Thibault-Lecuvier,
yes,
she said that Tuesday. They stem from a lawsuit by a Croatian community group. I just put it in because it's Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I like it.
Hey, what a Nazi Croatians! Woo!
But why do the French care?
I don't know. Really. And as far as the charges are concerned,
yeah,
I think they got nothing.
They got nothing.
The New Jersey waitress who claims she received an anti-gay message in lieu of a tip. Remember this lady?
Yes, of course.
She has been suspended pending an investigation. Dana Morales, a waitress at the Gallup Asian Bistro.
Gallup?
Yes.
Wow, we took a poll.
I'd like some Mugu Gai Pan at the Gallup Bistro. Thank you. She said that a couple who ate at the restaurant paid their bill, left no tip, saying, "I'm sorry, but I cannot tip because I do not agree with your lifestyle." Morales is gay. However, the couple later came forward and provided their copy of the receipt to counter her charges, along with a copy of the credit card statement indicating the tip had been included.
Yes.
Ms. Morales is currently not on our employee schedule. We are still working to complete our investigation, the restaurant wrote on its Facebook page.
The lady doesn't have a leg right now. It's bad.
She's lying. And finally, a little something. Here's a reminder that Americans will not tolerate someone bogarting their food, even if it's of the cheap powdered variety.
Oh?
On Sunday, 54-year-old Brian Rossi of Spartanburg, South Carolina, planned to make some delicious macaroni and cheese for dinner. But when he opened the box, the cheese packet was missing. Now, Brian knew his 20-year-old son Alex was to blame. It's not clear if Alex used the cheese for something else or if he, like I like to do, put it on a cracker.
Maybe snorted it.
Or if he just loves powdered cheese and doubled up on a batch. But Brian confronted him about it and told him to stop using all the cheese packets.
Yeah!
Well, Alex lost it.
Oh, dear.
He started beating his dad in the face and tackled him to the ground. Brian ended up with a busted-up eye, but eventually got Alex into a headlock, which ended the fight. Then he called the police, who arrived and asked if Brian wanted to press charges, which he did. Alex was arrested and is now facing charges for assault and battery. Another holiday altercation ending in violence from Kraft. We'll take a break, come back with the Magic Audio Vault. Rob Spiewak right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Rob's Magic Audio Vault is brought to you by Fanatics.com. We love them. I use them. Waiting for my package, I think, coming in today for my daughters.
Awesome.
World Series. I love it. Where's the best place to shop for all the sports fans on your Christmas list? A place that'll have the perfect jersey, hat, hoodie, T-shirt, jacket, or collectible for any team? It's easy. Go to Fanatics.com. We use it. I love it. Local stores never have what you want. Go in there and try to get a XL hat. It won't. It just won't happen. Oh, we've got a medium hat.
Yes,
a medium hat if you're Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we've got a medium hat for the team that you don't like.
Fanatics.com has everything. They got the largest assortment of pro and college gear anywhere. All the good stuff. 250,000 items in stock.
Wow,
that's 250,000. The rest of the places have nothing. They
have nothing.
Fanatics.com. Every sport, every team, every player, every size, every style. Plus, if you use the code TMOS, the best code in town.
It is the best code.
Yeah. Someday you must pre-read the copy.
You'll get free 3-day shipping with no minimum. Just go to Fanatics.com, look for the promo box at checkout, and enter TMOS. It's that easy. Forget the malls, the crowds, and the endless driving around looking for the perfect gift. Just point and click your way to Fanatics.com, and you are done. Where sports fans shop. Fanatics.com. Use the code TMOS. Let's open up the audio vault for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2013, Rob.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited.
Are you really, because of the Christmas season?
No, I don't care about that.
Oh, you don't?
I'm excited about the release of Anchorman 2. Because
you hate Will Ferrell. I know you do.
And I think you guys are going to love this because I know you love Will Ferrell. And wait till you see all the funny marketing he's been doing.
Right.
Why, just yesterday he showed up in Winnipeg to do a press conference. Now, this is where it's funny. Not as Will Ferrell.
Oh, really?
But as Ron Burgundy.
He's so talented. He's scary talented.
Wait till you hear how great this is. Here's Ron Burgundy.
I'm really enjoying Winnipeg, the Paris of Canada, as it's known. and it's the people are wonderful. The limo ride from the hotel to the arena was first class all the way. They had
So he's not even in character.
He's being Ron Burgundy, but remember, Ron
But he's
Burgundy,
not being Ron
But
Burgundy.
it's
He's
not
not doing
funny.
the-
It's
right.
just not.
Roast pig.
You had Oscars laughing. They said there's a
man.
roast. There was a roast pig in the limo.
Was this like an airport like
Yes,
video?
this is like a real press conference.
Pig in there in the limo, suckling, and so that was wonderful. Quiet back there! What are those people yelling about?
That's his.
Oh, they're the people in the arena. Okay, sorry.
What does the word Winnipeg mean?
Well, it's of course Latin in its roots, and it means the small tundra bunny who lives inside the hole on the hill.
Oh man, does he phone it in? He phones it in more than anybody.
And also, all of this is his free way to promote the movie. He's not actually doing talk shows. He did a real newscast
Yeah, I
in
saw that.
Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, he's doing the whole
a
push.
press. Yeah, he went to a curling match in Winnipeg.
Right.
I love it.
I agree.
It's cool.
And you know Anchorman 2 is going to completely suck.
No, I think it's going to be a game changer.
You think
it's
so?
going to be huge.
Hey, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, I'm into it.
And tomorrow we'll get your review of
The Book Thief.
The Book Thief. Rob saw.
And
actually,
also-
Rob actually saw a movie over
He
the
was
holiday.
the one.
And
Yeah.
a magnificent theater I saw it in. Too.
A theater.
A theater.
Wonderful.
Now, since we have the Maestro with us, I had this moved down. I want to play this now. One of the all-time great motion picture scores, I think everyone will agree, is Star Wars.
Yes.
It's instantly recognizable. It's a John Williams score from 1977. But are you familiar with a 1942 movie called King's Row?
No.
Had Ronald Reagan in it. It was a big deal. It was a big
Well.
movie at the time. Well, he remembered stuff then, so he sounded younger. Better. But I want you to compare. I found this on YouTube. It is the score of Star Wars intercut with the score of King's Row, which was 35 years earlier.
Okay.
Star Wars. Okay.
You ever play this one, Jim?
We have.
When you get a maestro in here, they played everything.
Yeah, they have. Okay, so this is obviously recognizable, right? John Williams may be his greatest work.
Right.
Here's King's Row.
Much more majestic.
But decidedly similar.
Yeah, but not like
Not
plagiarism.
really.
You don't hear it?
No.
Do you think? Are they alleging that there's some kind of ripoff?
Not so much. They're not enough for a lawsuit, but they say definite inspiration. And the thing is he's never cited it.
Jim, let me ask you this: these guys that do this, the John Williams of the world, do they? I mean, obviously, when you're into this type of music, when you are a professionally trained musician, when you are, you know the music, you listen to a tremendous amount of music, and you read a tremendous amount of music. So is it possible that a guy like John Williams could look at this and get inspiration from this, or do you think that's just a coincidence?
John Williams is noted for stealing from the best. Not stealing
Borrowing?
per se, but,
Okay.
but being inspired
Okay.
by a lot of great classical composers.
Right.
And so they sound similar, but I don't know. I
There are
mean,
only so many notes.
Exactly.
I mean,
This
really,
is
that's
true.
the way it works.
But the thing is,
And incidentally, with John Williams, I don't mind if he does that because I like what he comes up with.
He's great.
At the end. And I think I think he did Born on the 4th of July, which is a very
And you know
obscure
what?
score, but I absolutely
didn't
adore
realize it until the end of it. You mentioned, all right, he did the music for The Book Thief.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, and I was shocked. He's great. He's everywhere. And how old is he now? He's got to be nearly 80.
He's 130.
And did you know, back when he was Johnny Williams, he did the incidental music for Gilligan's Island. His first paying gig.
Okay.
So now you know.
See, that's out of Rob's brain.
All right, what is the...
He loves that, but he hates the Fast and the Furious.
and that's why it works. What's the capital of Canada? Anybody?
The capital of Canada is
Ontario.
is Ottawa.
Exactly, Mike.
Yes.
And what's one of the most famous smart person schools of all time?
Ottawa University.
Harvard.
Harvard.
I wasn't looking for a gag here.
Okay.
They did a man.
I don't know where you're going.
They did a man on the street asking Harvard students the capital of Canada.
Okay, and I got it. And,
You got
let's
it.
point out that I got it, people.
And you know what? That's right. They are now accepting applications at American University.
Ottawa.
Be smart like this guy. Here's the Harvard students wondering about pretty basic world geography.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Vancouver or something.
I don't know, Alberta? That's not right. I have no idea.
Oh my god. I don't know. Wait, that's really bad. That's really bad that I don't know. Is it Toronto?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Canada.
Ontario.
Is it Quebec?
Ontario. Oh my god. Vancouver? I'm debating Toronto.
Vancouver?
Ottawa. Are you Canadian? Yeah. Hashtag embarrassing.
I just hope some parent that's paying Harvard's tuition hears that.
At least they were able to pull some cities.
Yeah, that's true.
The average person, can you name a city in Canada? And people wouldn't be able to do it.
I like the girl that said Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Is it Vancouver?
Oh, my God.
John Williams is 81.
He's 81 and still getting it done.
Been doing it for a long time.
And, Mike, a lot of people will say size doesn't matter. Apparently it does.
Okay.
And this is, I think, bad news for at least some of the people in this room, self-included.
A new study this week found that women prefer bigger penises. Yeah. Well, I say too bad.
And that, Mike, that is your magic audio ball. Everybody, please have a great Tuesday.
Have a great Tuesday. The Manassas Symphony Orchestra will be performing their holiday concert. It is December 14th at the Hilton Center in Manassas. Tickets are $20 for adults. Kids are free. It's at 3:30 in the afternoon. A great holiday activity with the whole family. Rob Spiewak's going to be out there.
Come on out and meet my mother.
Check it out, and you'll enjoy yourself. For all technical support questions regarding the Mike O'Mara Show, please contact our man, Matthew Bloom. Pony at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for our show can be sent to TMOS, Box 3, Manassas, Virginia, 20108. And remember, the official TMOS e-voice line is 800-440-8167. And don't forget, it's Amazon time, everybody.
Oh, please.
Still doing the cyber shopping. Don't forget to shop Amazon through the Mike O'Mara Show website. And tell your friends to do that for us, too. This is the most important time of the year for that. Jim Villani, thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you all next time on the big show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Before we all get back to our busy lives, a quick reminder about Stamps.com. Stamps.com lets you handle the postage for any letter or package with your own computer and printer. For a 30-day free trial and $110 bonus offer, including a digital postal scale and up to $55 in free postage, just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in TMOS. You're welcome.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.